Now is the best time to start playing Baldur's Gate 3. So I want to touch on this video because this is a game that I never thought I would like, as I am mostly a fan of like fast-paced games, action RPGs, and the thoughts of a turn-based CRPG was something that I've played in the past but didn't absolutely love. Now, Larian Studios is the creator of Baldur's Gate 3, and this game is absolutely phenomenal. I just want to touch on this because this is actually the best time to get started with playing this game if you've never played it before, because there is a ton of mods being added to the game now on all consoles and on PC. So PC already had quite the extensive modding community, and this is a game that's going to have a modding community similar to Skyrim, which this is I know Skyrim's not a game that's similar to this, but it's a game that you can kind of compare them to. But Skyrim had a lot of open world exploration, really cool quest lines. It had a whole lot of things going good for it, and that's why it has had the shelf life that it has had today. Baldur's Gate 3, similar deal. This game has so much going for it. You got a bunch of different classes, and there's more being added pretty much all the time. There's also a ton of creativity. You can create really whatever type of character appearance you want to have. There's infinite number of items with more being added. Like, we even got Gut's great sword, we got ourselves Dante's sword, we got ourselves Bloodborne. So this game has pretty much everything you could ever desire, and I just want to touch on this for people that haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 before. I also recommend playing through this game without any mods, but the nice thing about that is by the time that you're finished of playing through Baldur's Gate 3, there's going to be a bunch more mods into the game. So that's why I think now is actually the best time to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. So you can see here we have 12 main classes in the game with 46 different subclasses. So that alone offers a bunch of flexibility and creative freedom to make the class of your dreams. You can also multi-class these. So if you want to do 5 levels of Bard and 7 levels of another class, you have full range of doing whatever you want with the classes. That's one of the most fun things about this. But you can see I got 12 here. But then in addition, there's 36 more mods that I've gotten added to the game. So you can see there's a ton of classes ranging from literally anything you could imagine. There's even things like World of Warcraft Demon Hunters and Priest Keyblade Masters if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan. So this has something for everyone in it. And in the game, most classes have like 3 subclasses, but you can see there's being a bunch more added to this. So as you can play through it, you would want to play without any mods added to the game. But as you continue to play through this game, as this is a game that you can get multiple playthroughs worth, because there's 14,000 plus different endings. Like, there is an incredible amount of endings, and you can play it as a good character, you can play as an evil character. There's a bunch of different origins. You can play as any one of the, or most of the characters you see here, like Will, Shadowheart, Gale. So all of the characters that you have as companions all have their own unique stories if you play as them. So literally an endless amount of replayability. I've played through this game so many times, and I don't have any plans of ever stopping because there's just so much that can happen. Like, I've never had a run go through the same way in multiple playthroughs. So it has an unmatched amount of creativity in terms of your character customization, and especially more so with mods being added. So you can see whenever this loads up, we have a bunch of different faces here. There's base game faces. They have like, there's some pretty decent looking faces here in the base game, and then mods add a bunch more, so you can really get your character looking exactly the way that you want them to look. And then a bunch of hairstyle options, and then going into the full hairstyles. Like, there's tons here, literally almost infinite amount of hairstyles that you can give your character. And the voice acting and everything else in this game is truly phenomenal. So you create a character that looks incredible, and then you go out and role play to your heart's content. So with this, one of the nicest things about this is, again, I mentioned voice acting. So you go here and you go to talk to a character, you'll see.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
The characters are very well done, so you can go through, there's romance and all that kind of stuff going on in it, and that's one of the fun things about this game. It's got a lot of creativity and great designed characters.
The snoring, it was Boo.
If you've played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you have to play this game because it continues the legacy of characters like Minsk and Jaheira. BioWare being the creators of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, most notably known for like Dragon Age Origins. So a lot of the characters that you see in this game have some relation to the previous games that have been made, but you don't have to play them to get an idea of what this game is all about. So that is a nice thing with it. So one thing that I really enjoy about Baldur's Gate 3 is just coming up with your own companions in groups. So you can have 4 here, but with mods you can add up to 16 players in your party. And while you go out and explore the town, they banter amongst each other, and it just has a very unique feel to it that I've never experienced in a video game before. So We'll go here, just go through the town briefly just to show it off. But they'll talk to each other. They'll comment on things that you see. The city feels very lively. Like, you can see the city here. Where's at the main gates, namely Baldur's Gate. It's a huge city, and you can see here they're talking.
With all of this stringy hair in your face.
So this really makes the game feel realistic and live.
Keep your head shaved? I assumed it was a custom of some sort.
It's really cool.
Most warriors of Rashiman wear long battle braids weighed down with stone.
Yeah, so one of the nice things about this game is just the amount of characterization that there is. Like, each character is fully voice acted, motion captured, so every cutscene that you have is fully full of animation and life. And the city itself is a blast to explore. This is in Act 3. There's 3 main acts, each with their own story, kind of tying together into the grand overarching plot. The story of this game is an easy 10 out of 10 because you get to choose how the story plays out. If you want to be evil and control things how you see fit, you can go that route. If you want to be heroic, you can go that route. If you want to be a neutral character, you can go that route. There's so many different alliances that you can form and ways to go about playing this game that I just think that there's near infinite amount of replayability with this game, and especially with mods adding so much more to this game. It's a true blast to play. So the reason I think that this is the best time to play is it's gotten a few patches out now, so a lot of the bugs and glitches that occurred are now patched out. And in addition to that, this game is honestly not as buggy as some other games that have been very popular. I also have a mod that's making me run fast if you're wondering why we're going around so quickly. But Skyrim, again, bringing that up, very buggy game still to this day. I played it and had bugs. In this game, I've only really had one bug, really, and it wasn't that bad. I just had to avoid a certain area. It has a lot going on. You can see so many NPCs, so that alone just shows that this game can handle itself with its CPU running. So I have pretty good hardware, but even on a lower end PC, like, you still can like play this game really well. Like, I played through this game 2 times on a laptop that barely had power to run most modern games, but it handled this one with relative ease. And then with mods, you got really the freedom of doing whatever you want in this game to make it play how you see fit. So I love Baldur's Gate 3, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop playing this game just because mods have given it pretty much an infinite shelf life. So yeah, the nice thing about mods is, again, you get all the freedom of creativity. So if you want to play as different classes, there's more being added every hour. So this is the greatest time to start playing without mods, because by the time you're done playing through your first playthrough, there's going to be thousands of more mods for you to play around with, and that just goes to show how much creativity you can have in the game. So this is a very well done game. I just wanted to talk about it because I'm a huge fan of it, and yeah, I just wanted to briefly touch on this because if you're watching my channel, if you've never played Baldur's Gate 3 before, this is the best time to get started with all the things being added to the game now. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you've played Baldur's Gate 3, leave a comment with your expectations and how it exceeded them or didn't. And if you've never played Baldur's Gate 3 before, leave a question if you're curious about this game, because I just seriously think this game is so good. So thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.